Okay, well, I'm back, and hopefully you are too soon, momentarily. I no longer have an echo, but I no longer have you watching. So we'll have to see. Oh, looks like Aaron popped in. Hey, Aaron. Oh, okay, people are coming in. This is a good sign. I don't really. Maybe Martians are gonna like land now, and anything could happen at Will's place tonight. I guess the studio must be haunted. Um, so you guys are all on Facebook. On looks like somebody's popping up on YouTube. For those of you who just joined us, the original broadcast blew up, and I had to start a new broadcast. And the poor folks on YouTube may or may not be with us, but I don't want to keep you waiting. So let's have some fun. Well, hello and welcome to Will's Place. I don't know where the logo went, but at least I'm here, so that's good. Uh, Gremlins in the system, and all of you guys too. So I'm so glad that you found me. And I don't know where I went. Hey Tom, I'm sorry that you had trouble. Um, it's and it is Jolene. I think it may have been Dolly Parton's first hit or one of her first songs. I don't know whether Erin actually is a country music fan, so she might know more than I would. But she wrote that song really, really early in her career. She's one of the smartest people in Nashville. Okay, I could make a lot of jokes about that line, but I'm not going to say anything because it's not right. I'm just going to move on. So, everybody has something they like go back to with certain songs. That one I go back to like high school, 1978. Fleetwood Mac. Everyone thought Stevie Nicks was really hot, although we didn't have that word back then. Let's see what you guys are saying here. So, thank you, Seema. Chris Owen, hey, how are you doing? Thanks for joining in. Chris made a great comment. Most of you probably didn't see it, but I did a video yesterday of the 5 best moments from last week, and all of them were like things going wrong and me like slipping up and dropping things, and Chris and one other person both commented on it. As Chris always seems to be able to find the funny stuff that I do. He's also a great guitar player, so it's a nice compliment in both ways. So let's see. Here's I'm gonna I'm going to jump to a tune that I've done for you guys before. I have like this whole spreadsheet of what songs I did when, so that I can make sure that I don't repeat any songs like the following week, which I always want to do because I like certain songs. And this was a really hard week. Everything was like, wow, I did that last week, and I did that one the week before, and I did that one the week before that. And so I was kind of reaching, but this one I haven't done in a while, so I hope you like it. This is the lead singer from Coldplay wrote this. I don't know who he wrote it about, but it's somebody who passed away, who I think the idea is that they'll live forever. But I could be wrong. But I'm probably right. So how are you guys doing? I want to find out. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are liking this. One of the many things that happened in the 5 minutes before the show started is the camera unplugged, and everything just went black. And I was like, Where did I go? What do I do? And then I finally figured out, wait a minute, the camera is black too. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But I would love to hear one good thing that happened to you this week. If you have the guts to do it, to type in one good thing that happened to you this week. It could be small, it could be huge. One good thing. And I would use this one for me, but that would sound like I'm making excuses or taking the easy route. So by the end of this song, I'll have to come up with one myself. I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat column to scroll. Here we go. No, it only scrolls backwards. Okay, well, you guys didn't come here to watch me scroll with my chat, or that sounds weird. But this is a song I wrote. This was back when I was singing. It's called Just Stay, and it's both about someone losing a lover, and it was also about losing my voice, which was happening more and more at the time. And so I created it as a video of lovers, like splitting up, and I kept like hunting on the web for, artwork for that. And after a while, it just got impossible, because you can't, everything looks sterile on the web. So I happened to come across a photograph of an elephant, or a drawing of an elephant sitting on the branch of a tree with its back to you. So you're basically looking up at the elephant's behind. And I don't know why, but I just kind of lost it, and I put it in the slides for the video, this romantic video, and wrote for a caption, "Sorry, ran out of ideas." And no one ever commented on it, so I had a feeling that nobody ever got to the end of the video to see the elephant on the tree. But I can't play this song without thinking of that elephant, bottom in the tree. So images stick with you. So that was Just Stay, the Elephant Song. Okay. So, great. That's terrific. Instead of, it's great to see you, Dick Koch. I would tell everyone who you are, but you're too big a guy to explain in a soundbite. That's all I can say. So Tom got invited to a wedding. Yeah, that's great. This is good. This is good. Well, Beth had one good. Met up with your sister. That's good. At Crane's Beach. Wonderful. Family. We got family. It was Aaron's birthday. Happy birthday, Aaron. That is terrific. That is all cool. Okay, that is great. One of the things that Richard Koch did for me was to introduce me 3 or 4 years ago to the people at Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital. And I did a concert for them, and it went over very well. And then, I eventually left singing and decided I wanted to play guitar, music instrumentally, for folks who are ill and recovering and struggling or suffering in any way. I'm no longer an EMT, and I can't help people that way, but I can help people with my music. So then COVID hit after I spent a year learning to do instrumentals, and that was that. So I finally got up the guts to call my contact at Spalding Rehab, and the good news for me this week was she was still there, and she said, yes, we would still love to do something with you, and yes, we have COVID restrictions, but we can figure something out. So what goes around comes around, and it was very inspiring to see the folks there who were recovering from massive injuries and with a lot of strength. So I'm going to do one more tune. There are a couple of things I owe you, and then I'll finish with this tune. First of all, Paul Revere. I'm not sure how many of you have been paying attention to my Sunday Paul Revere series, but I've been trying to find the location of where Paul Revere stopped to water his horse. And I've tried first, I think, the Cambridge Public Library. That didn't work out so well. And today I tried the 7-Eleven because I heard that he had liked Gatorade, the horse, not Paul Revere. And that didn't work out so well either. The guy behind the counter didn't understand who Paul Revere was. So I eventually decided to believe what I had been told, even though I don't believe it's true. I grew up in Lincoln, Massachusetts, which was part of Concord, Massachusetts, which is where the Battle of the Old North Bridge was fought. And my road that I lived on was called Old Concord Road. It was the road into Concord. And legend had it that the enormous farmhouse across the street and the barn were where he had stopped on his way to Concord to water his horse, and I'm sure water himself. On the other hand, it might have been Samuel Prescott or lots of other different people. It was all rumor, and there's nothing in the record books. But, hey, there's a house across the street. That's what they told me. I was a kid, and, they were the grown-ups. Next week, I think we're going to do something a little different. I don't want you to be frightened when you see something different on the screen. I think we're going to actually do Will's Place at Will's Place. We're going to do it in my apartment instead of in my studio. Just to do something a little different. So Will's Place will be Will's Place. I'm going to be finishing shows with the same song for a while. Because eventually, and really every day, this happens, this thing that the song is about. But eventually, the times that we're in are going to lift, and things will become better and better. They already are. We'll have something real to celebrate. And we'll know when it's coming. Because it'll be like that horizon that you don't quite know when the sun is rising, but you know it's about to rise. Well, it is great to have each and every one of you here, and thank you so much. And I know that there's a bunch of you out there who are not in chat, and that's just totally fine. And you don't know who all these crazy people are, but that's okay. And I invite you to dive in when you feel comfortable doing so, as Richard Koch and Chris Owen did, not knowing some of these other nutty people. We're all a great bunch here at Will's Place, even though we don't have a logo. So next week, I'll be like in my living room, and it's not going to have any fancy lighting, and it's just going to be like me with like regular lamps, and I'm going to have the laptop on my lap. And we'll have a good time. It'll be very different from what we've done here. Sorry about the technical problems earlier. Thank you for being so patient and for being so dogged in finding me. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope more good things happen to you. And I hope you come back next week for Will's Place. Thanks again for joining me. Good night.